Welcome to the Citra Archives. I am your host, the Archivist, and today is a long video. That meaning we are covering two topics today, funerals and weddings. So make sure you got the time. Starting off with funerals. Have you ever wondered why we bury our dead? Why is it normally surrounded by religious ideas? How has a majority of places gotten to the same conclusion without being told by one another? Intentional burial has been discovered to be more instinctual than a special ritual done by humans. Some other animals do this, like Asian elephants, rats, and badgers. The interesting parts of our burials as humans is when we find a new way to honor our dead. Have you ever heard of a sky burial? Did you know it actually takes place all on the ground, despite its name? Sky burials are when a deceased body are placed outside pieces for the birds to fly away with as they go to the heavens, since the body is now open enough to allow the soul to fly alongside the birds. On the other hand, water burial is exactly what it sounds like, with some added flair with the Nordics. This is your typical Viking funeral. The parade is also exactly how it sounds, but normally ended in cremation, which I didn't know before researching. But in the Philippines, by far, they have the largest array of funeral rituals. Some giving their loved ones a last cigarette, or by blindfolding them and putting them at the front door for protection. Some they make their children wear red outfits to the funeral to ensure that they won't see ghosts or won't get haunted. All these ideas come from a mixture of their culture, identity, and beliefs. But when ancient Germans or early Romans wanted their elaborate rituals, that just being cremation or their parades, Christians of the time outlawed it, even going as far as calling the parades wailing. Christians also outlawed pagans from giving offerings to their dead. Things as simple as a loaf of bread or a cup of tea given to the dead would be illegal. The church created the concept of concentrated ground, churchyards, and cemeteries, refusing burial to any of those who were not baptized, excommunicated, or who had committed suicide. These demonized non-Christian burial methods, making them seem spiritually dangerous to participate in. But the Christians liked candles, incense, and memorial meals to those, so those stayed. Due to this hypergeneralization and enforced idea of what funerals should look like, specifically in American funerals, they have become institutionalized. For it has become a grab for your wallet when you're susceptible, starting with an embalming from the Civil War to keep the body nice enough to see before the burial. This was for transportation originally, but now they make you pay extra to use it and be able to see the body on the funeral day. Embalming fluid is not biodegradable, by the way, so when you are getting buried, that body is not degrading, at least not the same as a non-embalmed body. People used to die in their homes, if not in war, and now people most commonly die in the most expensive place in America, a hospital. This has led to millions of Americans switching to cremation and doing what they will with the ashes later on. Weddings. What do you think the first wedding looked like? Did the bride wear white? Did the groom have a bit too much to drink the night before? Sadly not. Ancient origins of weddings are political, and normally more about property than love, or even getting drunk for an occasion. These weddings were seen as bridges for political alliances, legitimate heirs to the throne, or even just a good ratio of cows to daughters. In ancient Greece and Rome, daughters were pledged by their fathers and seen as property. Some cultures give dowries, which were originally there to ensure the husband could take care of the daughter, but are later taken advantage of course. In the Middle Ages, 1164, the church got involved in everyone's yet-to-be marriages. They even created a weird ritual of watching the couple consummate the marriage, if you know what I mean. To make their new reception, the church stole the Romans' bride's veil and used something old, borrowed, and or blue to justify making the bride wear a woman's underwear who has already given birth for fertility. All of this led up to American or Western weddings as we know them today. This is hard to talk about without bringing up the monetization of marriage and how it has become one of the most expensive things to do in life next to funerals. But yes, high Christian influence, so white dress with a veil, walked down the aisle and given away by the dad. But now renting out a church is super expensive, let alone a little venue on the beach. Now people ask, why do we do these rituals when they just cost more money and not show more or less faith in the marriage or in God? I guess we'll never know. I guess you'll have to make up your own reason why. So thank you for walking with me through Citra Archives.